All right, guys, coming up next here at Osme Perfumery, I have some guest stars on the video on my channel. We're gonna be picking, the topic today is what young dudes like. Maurice has been kind enough to pick out 7 of the best-selling fragrances for people in their teens and early 20s. And I've got some, well, I got my son and 2 subscribers who are, you know, fans and in here in Osme today. We got Colin and Dane. They're going to join us and we're going to have them pick which one is their favorite. Very cool video. Stay tuned. Coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. And as you can see, again, we're here at Osme Perfumery in lovely Wynwood in Miami. And as I stated before, I got 3 special guests. I got my son Bennett. Can you say?
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, remember we gotta talk loud into.
What's going on?
All right. And we got Colin.
How's everyone doing?
And we got Dane.
Hi, how's it going?
All right. So what we did for today's topic, and this is cool, I've never done a video exactly like this, is I had Maurice, as you guys know, Maurice, the owner, one of the co-owner of Osme Perfumery, is basically picked out. I asked for 5, he found 7 of the best-selling fragrances for young people 18 to essentially 22, which is what we have here. We've got my son Bennett, who's 18, we've got Colin, who's 20, and we got Dane,
20 as well.
also 20. All right, so we got a good cross-section of young guys. Let's figure out what they like best. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna spray, I'm gonna tell you what each fragrance, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is Woods and Spices from Montal. I love, this is one of my kind of favorites from Montal. I actually like this one a lot. So I'm just gonna spray it and then I'm gonna have you guys kind of give your opinion. You speak loud. Whoop.
It is kind of like strong.
Loud.
It's just like a very strong kind of smell. I mean, that's all I'm really getting from it. Just very like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's
Okay.
good. I like it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like
1
it.
to
Okay.
10. We're doing a 1 to 10.
Oh yeah, I give that one an 8 out of 10. That was pretty good.
You give it an 8 out of 10. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
This one's pretty fresh, pretty clean. Could be very versatile. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5. All right. Dane, Colin. All right. So far, it's doing pretty well.
I agree, it is pretty fresh.
Not too spicy, not over spicy at all.
But you can wear it for like any occasion, I feel like.
Any occasion, yeah.
I would also give it an 8.5.
All right, so we start out with Woods and Spices with an 8.5. Some of the way to keep track of these numbers. All right, next, this is one of the classic, also fresh fragrances from Roja Parfum, Roja Dove. This is Elysium. And I'll be interested to see what you guys think of this one because it's also another kind of fresh fragrance. Let's start the opposite way this time. We'll go Dane first.
It's a bit more fruity than the last one.
Yeah,
I would actually prefer this one over the last one.
okay. So number-wise,
I would give this one, I mean, probably a 9.
ooh, all right. So Dane goes 9 with Elysium. Let's see what Colin says.
You know, I actually smelled this one the other day here at Osme, and I love it, personally. And I tried it on my skin, and I asked a random female what she thought of it. She said, yep, buy that one.
All right, for all you dudes.
It's a lady pleaser, and
All right.
it's good for the dudes, too. Very versatile again. I'm gonna give this one, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh, 10 out of 10. All right.
I like it a lot.
All right. That was strong.
Oh wow. Yeah, this one's very like citrusy, fruity. I would wear this one anywhere too. I definitely. Yeah, that one's. I'll
Could
give that
wear
one.
it to school, could
Yeah,
wear it for a date, wear it anywhere.
I'll
Really.
give that one a 9.
So 9. All right. So we got 9, 10, and 9. All right. So this one is definitely in the lead so far. Now this one is going to be a little bit different. The reason why we have this is Consort from Bodicea de Victorious. I don't know if you've ever smelled this. Colin has kind of gotten into the niche, and Dane has a little bit too, but Colin's here a lot now at Osme, so he's smelled some of these before. Colin, we'll start with you on this one. The reason why I picked this one, or actually why Maurice suggested it, It's a very big seller, and this resembles a very famous fragrance. A lot of people think it's very similar. I'll tell you what that fragrance is in a second.
I get it right away. Aventus.
Yeah, so this is, obviously Bodicea does not do dupes, they don't do clone fragrances, but this is their kind of version of Aventus.
This one's really good also. Again, fresh and clean. You know, I've heard people say Creed has kind of lost its longevity in the performance game. So I think people are starting to go to other brands and test them out more. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
9.5, all right. That's big. Let's go to Bennett now.
Oh, it smells exactly like it.
You gotta speak up a little bit.
Cause you gave Brooks that which one did you give him? The
So my other son, I gave him the Club de Nuit.
I have that one as well.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it,
that one smells exactly like the
yeah.
Aventus one.
So you've never, so Bennett's never smelled, I don't think you've ever smelled Aventus, maybe you have it sometime before, but yeah, you have smelled Club de Nuit, and definitely that's gonna be
this one, I'm gonna give this one a 10 because I literally I wear the Club de Nuit like every day.
That's your favorite, yeah.
He's in high school still. He wears it in what you said the girls like that one?
Girls definitely like Club de Nuit. So
Okay.
I'll give that one a 10.
Oh, and Dane, let's give it to you. Almost forgot you
I
there.
don't think he smelled Aventus either.
Okay.
I haven't, no.
All right, so this will be interesting.
It's like a very business casual.
It is, yeah, I agree. I like it. I would probably I'd give it a 9.
All right, a 9. So let's just go through this real quick. We have
8.5-ish.
8.5, 9, 9 again. These are the top two so
okay.
far.
All right. Now we're going to, as what we have referred to here at Osme, Urba Crack. Okay? This is Urba Pura from Serjov. It is one of the biggest sellers among men, women, all age groups, but young people love it too. So who do we go to first this time? I think we go back to you, Bennett. So let's get your opinion.
Ooh. That is a very interesting smell. You know, it's this one's like pretty, like very fruity, I feel like. Very citrusy.
Yep.
It's just like good to like breathe in. I just like that smell. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very fruity.
It is
definitely.
very fruity though. I don't know if I would.
Do you think
wear
it's too girly, too feminine, or?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's too feminine.
Okay.
But it's like it has very like feminine features. I wouldn't personally. I don't feel like I would wear that on the regular, but on like special occasions I would. So I'd probably give that one an 8.
An 8. Okay. All right. So go to Dane now.
I do love the fruitiness of it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the second one that we tried.
Elysium,
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so Dane's saying this kind of reminds him of that fruitiness, and I think they both have a little bit of similar, almost like a pineapple accord.
A little
I
bit.
think you know that's got more of a grapefruit Elysium, but
And it's so fresh.
Yep.
This one's just pure, so fresh to it. I would give this one a 10.
all right. Well, 10. All right. All right. So Dane throws out his first 10. You've not thrown out a 10 yet, and let's see.
I give a 10.
Oh, you did. Oh, he did. All right. So I'm sorry. Bennett gave a 10 to Consort.
You know, I gotta say, when I came into Osme for the first time, and I smelled this one because I'd seen Joel's video on it, and immediately I was blown away. And I ended up walking out with it in my bag.
Yeah.
Purchased it. What I've been noticing lately is I've been purchasing more unisex ones, as the females, they like stuff they could see themselves wearing
Yeah.
as well, not only just not the too masculine, in your face, bold.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys watching this video who think that you have to wear this like uber masculine kind of in your face. It's a great point because women like to smell what they like, and if they like something that's more unisex, which I've found most of them do, it works really well.
I gotta give it a 10 as well.
All right, so that is now in the lead because we have 2 10s and a 9. All right, let's go now to the just classic from Initio. This is Oud for Greatness, one of their just all-time classics, really popular. And I think who are we going now? Is it back to Colin? Back to Colin to start it out, Oud for Greatness.
This one, I gotta say, I own this one as well.
All right.
I
He owns one. So clearly Maurice was right because the ones we're picking, he already owns a lot of them.
and Elysium is probably next on my list, so I mean, Maurice did a good job here. The Oud for Greatness is more sensual, more rich, not as fresh, but it still has that fresh aspect to it.
Yep.
I actually wore it to a concert last night, and he said I left a nice scent trail
Oh.
behind me, so
Nice.
One ways away. It was
Nice.
great, yeah.
I gotta go 9.5 because it's not as versatile as the Urba PURA or the Elysium, but it still could be worn mostly any time.
All right, there you go, 9.5. Now we'll go to Dane.
So again, I smelled it last night. It was so fresh, it's so nice, especially when this guy was wearing it. I was walking behind him and I was like, wow, okay, yeah, this is like.
So let me ask you,
stands
how
out.
many sprays did you put on?
That's a good question because I came into Osme telling Maurice I sprayed 3 to 5.
Not enough, by the way, but all right. Yeah.
I've learned. That's mostly designer fragrances, and Maurice told me that the niche fragrances like we have here, the quality is so good that you could overspray and not give someone a headache. But in the designer
Listen to
realm,
this. You've seen it. You've seen me do a 50 spray video
I did watch
with
that.
quality fragrance. You can do it
So
if you
last
wear
night,
good fragrances.
I did about 8 to 10.
Okay, good.
And that left a nice trail.
Yeah, all right,
So
perfect.
I'd say, guys, if you're not spraying, I'd say start spraying more than less, for sure.
I guarantee you that you will never go wrong because most people, when they spray, they underspray. They think they're overspraying, but
They
you're.
smell themselves, but
Yeah.
others don't.
So,
Yeah.
so Dane?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
Ooh,
First
10.
time I tried it,
A 10, a
got a good
9.5.
It was really
We
good.
got a great lineup.
We do. I mean, these are real bangers. These are, I mean, obviously we picked great fragrances.
That's very rich. Very fresh at the same time.
Speak up. You got to speak loud.
It's just, all in all, this is a very good smelling fragrance. I do like the other one in that though. You said the CBD infused one.
The happy.
So yeah, he smelled at home, you know, my bottle of the Oud for Happiness, their newest one, which has the cannabis. He really liked the smell of that one.
But this one, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 because that is just an amazing
Wow,
smell.
really?
Yeah.
10? Holy shit. Oh, excuse me. That is now number one. All right.
For greatness. Yeah.
Boy, Oud for Greatness. I got to say, I'm surprised. Out of all those so far, I'm a little bit surprised, but
And I gotta say, it's not too animalic at all.
yeah. No, you don't.
People have
yeah.
this, what is it called? Like they think about oud and they think, oh, it's stinky, smelly. No, this one you can really, it blended so well.
Yeah, the oud in there is more for composition to bring out the richness of the other notes than it is to be something that you're going to smell. I'll be honest with you, can't even really detect the oud in that. It's more in the base, just kind of helping. All right, so now we're going to go to Citrus Rivera. Dane, we'll start with you. This is from, just to show you guys, BDK, really good French house. Citrus
This
Rivera.
is a house I have not gotten much into.
Okay, yeah, you got to check it out. There's a really,
Yeah.
that's a pretty big response.
Dane's speechless here.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of it.
Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you can hear, well, I know the microphone, we only have one, but he said, I can't get enough of it.
It's just so fresh. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But compared to the other one, the past one, I would still say that.
Compared to Oud for Greatness, okay.
Yes, the greatest. This one, I would say, I'd give it like a 9.5. But the amount of freshness that it has is just so, it's quality.
All right, so 9.5, another, all these obviously are doing very well because we picked great fragrances, but
See, I like this. Very citrusy, obviously it's in the name, so that's immediately what you pick up. Not my personal favorite, to be honest,
okay.
compared to the ones we've previously smelled here, but I'd have to see how it wears. That's another main thing is try them on the skin and see how they wear because
Yeah.
everyone's different.
I mean, and that's great advice, especially for the young people out there who are watching this who don't have a lot of experience with fragrances, especially niche, where you're going to be spending more money than a typical designer fragrance. Put it on your skin. Never buy something just from smelling it on the scent strip because it smells completely different on your skin. You want to make sure it wears down well. You want to make sure as it goes through the process that it's good for you. So,
I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.
8. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Still very solid. Kind of like, you know, the first one we had some 8s. Bennett,
It's definitely like he was saying, you can just smell the citrusy right away. Also, probably not one of my, out of like definitely like these ones.
Okay.
Not my favorite one, but it's still like a very nice smelling fragrance.
So interesting thing, when Maurice and I were picking out the ones to go, he had given me BDK, this one, the Citrus Rivera, and I was going to pull it out because I said, well, you know, to me it's not one of my favorites. And he's like, but you asked for the best selling and the most popular. So this, Maurice says, actually among the young crowd is his best seller. But I think you guys have good noses. It's a great fragrance. I love this house, but I think the other ones are probably also, in my opinion, I like better. It's all preference, you know, personal.
If I'm not mistaken, these are all in the same price realm generally, right?
Yeah.
Another thing
Yes.
teens would look at is the price.
So the cheapest one is going to be the Montal. You're going to be under $200 for that. The others are going to be between, you know,
Around
$200 to $300. The Bodicea is a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like 450.
Yeah, Bodicea is about $450. That's, you know, definitely more. But yeah, most of those are going to be in that $200 to $300, with the Montal coming in at under $200. All right.
Yeah,
So you said 8?
I give this one an 8.
Okay. All right. So we got 2 8s and a 9.5. All right.
I actually really like
All right. So last one, I want to get you guys' honest opinion on this, and we'll start here with Colin. So this is what I put on, guys. So you can see, I've reviewed this. You've seen me talk about this fragrance before. This is Soul of Oud from Ramon Manigal.
Now this, compared to the oud for greatness, you obviously get more oud in this one. It's kind of more leaning towards that animalic smell that I've heard described before.
Absolutely. This is what I call an oud fragrance for an oud lover. This is not your beginner oud fragrance lover. This is someone who you've got to...
Does it have some leather in here?
Yeah, I don't know if... I don't remember if it actually has leather notes in it, but the
It reminds
oud...
me of leather,
Yeah.
oud.
You got some citrus at the top actually there too also. It gives it a little bit of a... So it's not so overpowering, but...
This one I would reserve for maybe a more special night. Not as versatile as the other ones, but definitely still good.
And what would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
9? All right,
I
cool.
like that one actually.
Dane?
Definitely comes off stronger, and I can smell the leather that you were talking about. I would probably give it like an 8.5. I'm not too used to these, but I can enjoy it. I can see what you're doing.
All right. So what I like to see here, maybe, well, actually, we'll go to Bennett. Okay, so what number do you give it?
8.5.
8.5. 8.5. And Bennett, I know he smelled Soul of Oud in my house, but
There's just a lot of like clashing smells that I'm like getting all together. You know, it's just like a very strong, like I'm not getting like one like certain thing. Like I can smell that leather that they're talking about.
the leather?
Yeah, the leather.
Okay.
But it's all just very strong smell. Personally, I don't think I would wear it. I'm not like attracted to this smell,
Okay.
but it's like a good fragrance just to me personally.
Yeah, it's not your style.
Not my
You get it?
style.
It would pair well with a nice leather jacket.
Yeah.
And some
A little bit, maybe a little cooler weather.
little bad boy kind of thing. Yeah.
I'll give that one a 7.
7. All right. All right. So we got, and what I liked about throwing this one in here was this is obviously an outlier. This is not one of the best sellers for young people, but you could see all of them appreciated it. They never really smelled it before, and this was part of one of the videos I did the other day about pushing your nose and getting outside your normal realm, because you may think you don't like something and the minute you try it, and then especially once you try it on the skin, like we said, you'll see a whole different thing. So push yourself, get outside it. You see 18, 20, and 20, and they all liked it. All right.
What I would say
Yeah.
is come into Osme in the morning, spray a few on, go out in Miami, Wynwood, explore, get some tacos, maybe some sushi,
There you go.
and just let them wear and see how they go, and then come back and make your decision.
Yep. Excellent advice, guys, especially for the younger crowd who's a little bit more inexperienced with fragrances. Put it on your skin, walk around. Wynwood here is perfect. There's plenty to see. Come back a couple hours later after it's started to dry down and see how you like it. All right, so let's go. Let's pick out the winner. So what was the, I think, was it Oud for Greatness? Because we had 2 10s and a 9.
Yeah.
And I think this was 2 9s and a 10, or 9.5, a 9 and a 10.
Yeah.
So this is it, all right. Basically it came down, which I'm not surprised. I thought Urba Pura would definitely be in the top 1 or 2, which it is number 2, very slightly, but number 1, and I gotta say I'm surprised, but there it is, Oud for Greatness. So Initio, gotta give you credit. You guys keep coming out with great fragrances. I personally like Oud for Happiness better because to me, it's just a little bit more towards my lifestyle. But this is, again, you heard their thing. You want to go out. They went to a concert last night. The scent trail was amazing. It's fresh. It's young. It's effervescent.
You want to make a statement? You go with the greatness here.
There you go, guys. All right. So I want to thank everybody for, of course, joining me today, and of course my son and Colin and Bennett and Dane. And it was a fun video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, go ahead and hit subscribe. I appreciate the support. And come visit Osme here. Check out, see all the beautiful fragrances. And of course, I'll be back soon with another video. All right, guys. Peace, love.
Thank you, guys.